live to talk about how the Cavaliers uh, season went. As far as I feel like I almost watched every game this year. I try my best to watch every game this year. I usually, like some years back, I watched down there every game. Like I never, like from high school on, like so for about 14, 15, 16 some years, I used to watch like every game of the Cavs during the season. So anyway, yeah, so we got all these different reports and stuff coming out about like uh there's some weird stuff going on right now. I want to first say this though. Some of these people that like these beat reporters and stuff, they be taking like local people like myself, they be taking like little stuff we say and adding it to their shows. Cause some of these dudes, I don't even think like they know basketball. Like I'm not saying like I'm the sports guru of basketball or any of that, but I be noticing like last year I was telling people this. I'm gonna be honest. Nobody said this last year. Last year, if you go back and look, I mean, find some videos or articles about it, then I'll change my tune. But until then, last year I used to get on and I say I don't mess with Darius Garland because he looked like he played too much. So now all of a sudden, and I'm gonna point out to you the main reason I said it. I'm gonna point out to you the main reason why I said I rather had took over Darius Garland. I rather it took Colin Sexton over Darius Garland. I'm gonna tell you and show you the reason why I said that in the first place. I don't care the people that's gonna be Garland, Colin Sexton was to me the more aggressive player. And yeah, Garland, he had his injuries, this, that, and the third. That's fine. Colin Sexton was the more aggressive player and seemed to look and be more mature on the court with it. So last year when I was watching the playoffs with New York, if you look at game, and I can tell you, if you look at game, how many games? 5. If you look at game 5 against New York, right? There's no doubt that Darius Garland got offensive talent. That's cool. There's no doubt about that. That's fine. But his maturity, I said this last year. I said, man, I can't stand this dude. He think everything is funny. Like he's not serious. This dude is not serious about the game. He don't look serious on the court to me. I kept saying this last year. So if I seen it last year and before this, if I seen it last year, like look, go look at his press conferences. And to me, all that mattered to me. I look at all that stuff. I don't just look at the game. I go listen to what he's saying. Just like I could almost tell you how Evan Mobley sounded in his press conference. I watch everything about the Cavs. I don't just like, oh yeah, I tuned in for a game or read the presses after type shit. No, listen, I watch body language, all that. Last year, it wasn't just in the New York game. The dude was smiling on. He smiled. Man, if I could show y'all, man, if I swear, if I was planning this, then I can show you even better. But the point that I'm making is, it wasn't until this year where, like, just now after this, they like it's a maturity thing. I've been seeing this though. Like I don't know how nobody was talking about this last year or the beginning of the year. I'm like, this dude just thinks everything's. I don't see him take it serious. So, moving on from that though, I just don't see. Me personally, this not nothing to do with the dude personally. This is just what I see from him on the court. I ain't saying he got to be mad or nothing, but like, come on, man. Like, at least show that you're serious on the court, though. I can't even take the dude serious, and that was my one of my biggest things about him. And then I can understand if you get injured, this, that, and the third. But yeah, so like I said, I don't know what made them say the maturity thing this year, because all last year I kept saying this, and the year before I kept saying like this dude don't even seem like the type of point guard that's serious though. Like I seen some nasty point guards, like he got a talent, but it was once they went in this game against Trae Young. That's what I was saying. Like Trae Young looked like he was about that action. Darius Garland did not look like he was about that action. And that was what my biggest pet peeve was. I was like, damn, here you go against a point guard that's your size, or you may be taller than, but your size, this, that, and the third. He led his team. Y'all had a lead, like 11-point league or so. I watched these games, man, and I will watch some over. Y'all had an 11-point league or something like that going into the half. Trae was off. But then, like, it was like Darius Garland just was taking all these damn shots. I'm like, damn, they say this dude a point guard. And I watched him get like 19 assists in the game before. But, like, he's so predictable after a while that they put a stop to that shit. Even they put Al Horford on this dude in the game 5 of this year. They put Al Horford on this dude. Dude could not shake Al Horford at all. Al Horford is 7 feet and he still got some mobility in him, but he's 7 feet and he's 37 years old, 38 years old. You cannot shake Al Horford. So, as a 20-something-year-old, you feel what I'm saying? So yeah, like man, like not to discredit Al Horford though, because he is a good defender. But yeah, that's just one of the Darius Garland parts of this, man. I just, man. So then you get to, what I did think though, when they did that trade for Darius Garland, for Donovan Mitchell, I did think that, I'm like, man, this might be tough though, man. This might be tough because y'all essentially trying to do the same thing that y'all just had. I don't agree that what Kobe Altman did, man. I thought, like, and just to move off Darius Garland right now, I gotta say this about, like, the dude JB Bickerstaff, he might be blamed for this, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. I don't fully think this is all JB's fault. And the reason why I don't think it, obviously it's not all his fault, we know that. He was able to get the best out of his team, not when it was, not because it was two bigs on the floor, but because he had Donovan Mitchell down there playing point guard. And that's what I feel Donovan Mitchell is, the point guard. I feel like he's a streaky three-point shooter, but I feel like he a good point guard. I get salty when he try to do that dribble between two people crap. I just like yeah, you can break a defense, but like just pass the damn ball. Everything don't need to be dribbling between two people to show like that you got between two people. Oh, I'll be two people. That's one of my biggest pet peeves of Donovan Mitchell. But back to JB Bickerstaff. It wasn't that it was two big mans not on the floor, because the only thing that has derailed JB Bickerstaff every year has been injuries. Well, besides them going against New York, they just had some mental lapses and shit like that. And then he did something like take Caris LeVert and put him into the starting lineup when he should have just kept Caris LeVert coming off the bench where he was comfortable. But you gotta know that, I mean, he around Caris LeVert way more than me. It just seemed like the comfortability of knowing what you go do outweighs that. I feel like he should have put somebody else in the starting lineup with the starters, and then still continued to bring Caris LeVert in off his own. That was the year before against New York. But anyway, the Cavs had this lineup of Lauri Markkanen, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Do you hear that lineup? Like, even still hearing it again. Like, people like, no, JB Bickerstaff unlocked Lauri Markkanen. I don't know if people keep trying to say, no, he wouldn't have been able to get the shots. They were getting the shots. The cream of the crop gonna rise to the cream of the crop. Go rise to the top. in the situation. So to me, I don't know if players period being held back, their development or any of that. But to me, if you're good, that you're gonna be good. Like you're destined to be good. But sometimes you just need a chance. And I feel that JB Biggerstaff putting Lauri Markkanen at the 3 was what's name was his chance to showcase. But why I'm even talking about this in the first place is JB Biggerstaff played 3 footers, 3 7-footers in the same lineup. And it's people like, yeah, I don't see how Jared Allen and Evan Mobley fit. The same damn way that Paul Gasol and Andrew Bynum fit. The same, and then did this. The Cavs really just needed to grab them. They 2 things was a shooting guard and a point guard. They needed a serious point guard. There you go, Donovan Mitchell. There you go. And again, the reason why I'm saying that they messed the GM messed this trade up. This is not JB Biggerstaff's fault in certain ways. You only can do, and injuries do come into play in this. But that year where they had that, first I'm gonna go off that year they had them 3 big mans. That year that they had them 3 big mans, the league was scrambling to figure out how to beat them. The Cavs just got injured. But in that year, I was like, ooh, the Cavs gonna be crazy because they can't figure out. You're not about to out-rebound us with 3 7-footers that's mobile. Oh my God. You hear me? So, oh man, I got chill bumps up my arm. My hair is standing up on my arm, I'm telling you. So when they got rid of that, that's what I was mad about. I'm not one of them people like this. I'm telling you, man, like that lineup was crazy. And they want too many pieces from being good or a great team. So now they do this thing where they make a trade. They need a point guard. So the reason why I keep saying Donovan Mitchell was the point guard is because, I mean, to me it's evident. Like when they played against New York, in the game that they won against New York, guess who was the shooting guard? Darius Garland. Darius Garland was the shooting guard. The one thing I don't like about Darius Garland, it seems like he don't know how to catch and shoot. Like how's that a weakness of yours? You're a shooter. How don't you know how to catch and shoot the ball? Like why you can't run around like Rip Hamilton used to do, or like how Steph Curry used to do, and how this dude, what's the one kid name, Sam Merrill do? Why you can't do that off of catch and shoots? But that's fine. My point is, when Donovan Mitchell played point guard, because New York kept running double teams at him when he was playing point guard in that second game, he had 16 assists. Darius Garland had 32 or 33 points. He had 16 assists. It was then when I was like, what's the name? He needs to be the point guard. He needs to focus less on always scoring, because he should be I'm not saying he's just this machine, but I'm thinking Donovan Mitchell good enough to score at will, like at least driving to the hole, and then just slowing down like, ref, I'm taking him to the rack now. He cannot check me. I'm taking him to the rack. So watch the foul coming. And hit your foul shots. Like that's another thing with Donovan. Just hit your foul shots, bro. You should be 85 to 90% free throw shooter. I don't know what his percent is, but it seems like he always, like when I'm watching, I catch the missed free throws. But anyway, I digress. Donovan Mitchell is the point guard. We don't need no another small ass guard next to Donovan Mitchell. We need at least a 6'5", 6'6" shooting guard. That's where they went wrong. So that's why I don't blame JB Bickerstaff. JB Bickerstaff was trying to do a big lineup. Remember when it was Kobe, right? Kobe 6'6". Guess who the next person was? Ryan Artest or Lamar Odom. 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". You feel me? Lamar Odom 7 feet. That's what that lineup reminded me of. That's why I thought the Cavs was like, I'm like, oh, they on their way. If this dude, Lauri Markkanen, end up panning out, he can shoot. Wow, you got 6'10", 7'3". That's a mismatch. The Cavs had hella mismatches. That's why I said, man, so once they did that, like, how could you blame JB? Unless JB was like, yeah, go get Donovan and we're willing to give up Colin, but Darius is a special talent. But sometimes you gotta be like you gotta see the bigger picture. And I feel like if y'all was going for Donovan Mitchell, to still try to pair him, if you like, you just watch this shit. I ain't saying Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland is Damian Lillard and CJ McCullough, but because to me, CJ McCullough is better than Darius Garland. I don't care what CJ McCullough is right now. I'm talking about when he was playing with Damian Lillard, CJ McCullough played better than what I just seen Darius Garland play. No question at all. So, yeah, that's like, it's just, to me, I don't know, man. It was strange. So, yeah, so for so much blame to go on coaching, like, it was some questionable stuff that JB did, but just imagine you saying that this coach, I mean, he may get fired, he may not. I don't care about that. I'm just telling you my opinion of him. The dude seemed like, but he did seem like he was better when he didn't have too much to work with. Besides that New York series. When he ain't had too much to work with, he just seemed better this season. Like, okay, I don't got to worry about feeding the ego of Darius and Evan in this time. But I think that Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen, I feel like they can work out. Because to me, they not even feeding. Until this last game of against Boston, I have been calling for this even in the Orlando series. Like, can y'all please get the ball to y'all big man? Like, people like, he just keep losing the ball. People lose the ball, man. The guards lose the ball. They losing the ball. Can y'all get him to a spot where he's comfortable so he can do a turn, face up? He keeps saying he better going uphill. He keeps saying that. Like, even though they want him to shoot threes, he keeps saying, I'm better going uphill, like getting downhill or whatever, however you want to put it. So that's where his strong point is, facing you up and taking you off the dribble. You just seen that. Why did it take so long for it to happen? Like, that's what I want to know about when it comes to coaching. But when I hoop, a coach didn't have to tell me to get it to my big man or let the big man work out the post, inside out. Nobody had to tell me that. Like, so I don't know, man. That's my one big thing about when it comes to basketball, period. Like, everybody want to shoot these damn threes, but you got a dominant force that's hitting 2-pointers. Evan Mobley should have been able to average in both of them series. Like, slow the fuck down. Like, once you get down court and you are in a half-court game, slow down. Get the ball to your big man, not your guard. You got these little-ass guards trying to go in at people that's 7 feet. That's fine. But get the ball to your big man. Tell him to keep the damn ball above his head and pass it out. They did that. Evan Mobley had 30-something points. He had 20 and 30. My point is, when they featured the big man, even when Darius Garland was gone, and that's what, and again, this is going to be a testament to how good Donovan Mitchell is, how much better of a player or talent that Donovan Mitchell is than Darius Garland, because Well, he did get injured, man. You gotta take that into account. The dude got his face broke reaching for a basketball, so you never know how that can affect a person mentally. Because when I came back from a torn Achilles, like running was kind of strange though. So yeah, but anyway, Donovan Mitchell. Once Darius Garland had that opportunity, he had the opportunity still several times, and it just didn't look the same, man. Like the offense, like Sam Merrill is running off screens, getting these shots. He was getting these shots off of screens. Like that's how I want to see Darius Garland. Me personally, I just don't think two motherfuckers is 6'3". I just don't see that working. Like 6'2" and 6'1", not like as a shooting guard. But you know what I mean? People want to be a 6'2" shooting guard. You know what I mean? Dudes that can shoot. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all might think this sounds crazy, but I feel like that kid, Sharif Cooper, would have been a better player in the playoffs. If they gave him an actual shot. Like, because they keep just saying he's small, but the dude can score and he's fearless. I feel like he would have been a better player in the playoffs than Darius Garland. No lie. No lie. No lie. And you can be as mad as you want. You can be as mad as you want, but I'm telling you, when it comes to what I'm talking about is just off of toughness and this, down the third. I want Darius Garland to be good, and I don't think it's people that don't want him to be good. I feel like more people want him to be good than that don't. So nobody hating on him. It's just he really laid an egg, man. And to me, yeah, he helped win the one game last year in the first round, but you a top 5 pick too. Just as much as they trying to say about Isaac Okoro. Like, he a top 5 pick. And he wasn't good. Like, dude, a top 5 pick and nothing. So now I'm back to saying we back on track to getting up out of here. The whistle line stopped. I wish I could get some drone footage of all this, but I'm a little behind, so we gonna cancel the drone footage. My fault. We on the road while I'm doing this though. But yeah, though, so yeah, it was cool. What else? So now there's these reports about, man, first off, Dan Karras looked hurt. Like, I see he got injured or this, down the third, but before that, like, the game was like, the guys just need they need to slow the freak down. They keep talking about, we gotta be a running team. We gotta be a running team. Well, first off, not just a running. Well, when y'all not or can't be a running team, y'all need to get the ball in the post. Sorry, I know I said that, but it's so, like, what's so hard about that? Like, hey, go over there. Hey, get the ball right there. Cut out. Everybody just standing around. Like, that's just strange to me that people don't move. And you don't got that one person that just run the baseline, bro. When in doubt, just run the baseline. You feel me? Because that causes movement. Like, run the baseline, man. Switch sides. Like, shit, all that matters. That's hooping. So, yeah, Evan Mobley, he came alive, that 33. I feel like he could have did that a couple games. Like, you got 37-year-old. And then it's like, on the player development side, like, why you don't know to, I mean, like, me, I don't know if you can teach aggression. You can teach moves, but I guess you can't teach aggression. But I don't think Evan Mobley not aggressive. What I don't think, and maybe it's a different word than aggressive, but what I don't think is that, like, you know, I don't think that he got that same I don't feel like he got that same light as, like, say, Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland got. So really, I'm thinking Evan Mobley or Jared Allen is the second option. I don't feel like Darius Garland. I don't feel like it was right that Darius Garland is the first. I mean, Darius or Donovan the first option, or Donovan first option, then Darius. I don't feel like that it should have been guard, then big man. I mean guard, big man. He like the fourth or fifth option. Like why? Then the offense just didn't look like it ran fluently. Sorry, I don't want this to sound like it's a Darius Garland beatdown session, but the offense just didn't seem like it went smoothly when he was on the floor and stuff. Like, just calling it how I saw it. But yeah, now they got all these rumors like, oh yeah, reporting that Evan Mobley people told them not to draft him. Niggas is corny, man. Yeah, I don't want to play for Cleveland, but they ain't saying Evan Mobley saying this. They saying his agent people told him don't draft him, and then they said that the same thing with SGA. Like, so we ended up picking Colin Sexton over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, so we could have had him, but said he ain't want to play here. The dude, Jalen Green, I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but I do know it was like Jalen Green or somebody. It was a guard situation here. Jalen Green that played for the Houston Rockets. His peoples told them that they didn't want the Cavs to pick them up. And all I can say is this: that the Cavs want to create a winning culture and a winning team. They're not just trying to sit by idle and stuff. And so the fact that they did have faith that Darius Garland would be better, they have faith that Isaac Okoro would be better. I respect that they didn't just give up on them. I do respect that, man, because it showed that they just not they trying to get these players time to develop. But now once they see it ain't really worked out, because really the dude Altman, you can always say teams drop the bomb on players, but when you learn that Halliburton went 12th or 13th and Isaac Okoro, which I didn't even, and there's always players that you don't know about. Like, you know how I knew about Anthony Bennett? Because he had a good Anthony Bennett had a good run in the Sweet 16 or something. I remember watching the games. That's how I knew about Anthony Bennett. But before the tournament, I ain't know nothing about Anthony Bennett. I guess that's how we learned about a lot of players. But I ain't know nothing about Anthony Bennett. And the Cavs just was looking for, in my opinion, like that next small forward. But lately, it's like they've been looking for the next damn guard, because they went and got all these damn guards. They drafted Dylan Wheeler, bust, Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, like, and Isaac Okoro, all these 6'5" or 6'4" and under players. Well, I think Dylan Windler, I think he was just skinny as hell. But that dude can shoot, but just didn't translate. But he 6'something, 6'4". Like, it's like, why the freak is y'all drafting all these little ass guards? Like, man, what the hell? So yeah, Anthony Bennett, I think he was like 6'7". Like, if I ain't mistaken, but bust. So I'm telling y'all, man, me, I don't really got no words for it. But I said all that. I said all that to say is it's not just JB, man. Kobe Altman, whatever. I don't even know what GMs is out there. I know the one dude that helped build the Golden State Warriors, I think it's Myers, he out there. But I just don't think this is all JB's fault though, man. It was like I would really like to know. The one thing I don't like is that I can't know. I would want to know who is responsible for what. Like if JB was first sold on this big lineup and not taking what's the kid name, Laurie Markkinen off the bench, but he wanted them like in the starting lineup, inserted them in the starting lineup. Then why go to a little ass guard lineup? Like the GM made that shit made no sense. It's like you looking at Boston over here. Boston got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, them 2 6'6" and up guards. Like even like I'm trying to tell you, it didn't even make sense. Regardless, they got two big guards over here, and you trying to play some 6'1" dudes against them 6'3". Like to me, that just doesn't make sense. Then you look at what's the squad? The Philadelphia 76ers at the time. They had Tyrese Maxey. Matter of fact, the Cavs had a chance to get Tyrese Maxey. So you got Tyrese Maxey, and then I hate when people do what I just did too, though, at times, because you don't know. To me, is some of it is still hit and miss, because you don't always know who's gonna be good. I mean, you really never know. You can hope, or a player can have high upside, but that don't mean that it's gonna translate and they gonna be good. So again, but it's also about how much time that you put in, even researching the player, and was you drafting out of necessity. But when the Cavs drafted Isaac Okoro, to go back mentally about when they did draft him, I remember them the year before, because they had Colin Sexton. I can't remember all the dang players that they had, man. Oh my God. I remember that we had basically guards, because hold on, that was 2020 year. Yeah. I remember we basically struggled on perimeter defense. So Isaac Okoro was more of a necessity. They felt they needed somebody that could defend the perimeter, and they felt like he would grow to become an offensive player as well, because he had good size. You feel me? So when they drafted him, I could understand what they was going for, but it's like 4 or 5 players, 6 players, and Isaac Okoro do play good defense though, but it was like 6 players, maybe 7 out of his draft class that was better than him. So even if he more so should have been drafted almost like 8th, not 5th. If you look back, hindsight is 2020 though. So yeah, but now they talking like all these trades might happen. Donovan Mitchell might sign an extension. We don't know, man. We don't know. I'll be watching all these sports channels and stuff about the Cavs, man. All I can say is, going into this next season, I feel like they got to trade Darius Garland. But I've been felt like that. I felt like this when they traded Colin Sexton. I'm telling you, I was like, man, they should have traded Garland. I've been saying this so long. Like, yeah, he can shoot, but it was just the play-in series for me, man. When I seen like how he did in that play-in series, he didn't rise to the occasion in that second half. I was like, no, that was kind of strange. Again, what's the name? His size, what's the name? Be calling him Mike's Trey, but Trey Trae Young is his size, and I just seen him like withered though, like so. And again, the thing that I said or don't agree, thing I said that you comments, I appreciate y'all